This is the introduction of Power BI, guys. Okay, the output, like when you launch the Power BI, so it's come with the different options like get data, recent source. Okay, so open other reports. Okay, so get data, if you click on get data, the same option what it presenting here, with the same pop-up option we will get the get data option. Okay, the Power BI providing the different level of connectivity with the data sources. Okay, I mean the ways. So with the pop-up also, when I launch the application, the Power BI tool, it's asking data connection. Okay, so this option get data, from here also I can connect to the database. From here also I can connect the database. Okay, from here also, for example, when you launch the Power BI tool, by default the Power BI displays this connection activities. Okay, why it's by default on the screen is showing this database connectivities, in the sense first we need the data for the reporting. Okay, so if you don't have any data for the reporting, so you can't develop the reports and dashboards, right? So first we need the data, you should have data to develop the reports. So here the Power BI option showing here, import data from Excel. For example, if your data belongs to Excel, that data will bring from this option. If your database is a SQL server, you can connect here. If your data like any of the blank or what is called WordPad, Notepad or something like that, that from here you can get. So try to sample data set. For example, the Power BI itself, it's providing some sample database for the practice. Okay, if you click on this, see load sample data. If I load the sample data, if I click on sample data, Power BI tool is offering this financial table, guys, for the practice. Okay, for the freshers, for the trainers, like who going to start with Power BI tool, for them the Power BI tool providing this financial data set. Okay, just click on this. Okay, whenever you load the data, so it will present like this. Okay, so you can see this is the folder name, under that the financial sheet is there. So it contains the data, segment, country, product, discount, so unit sold, manufacturing price, sales price, something like this. Okay, so once if you click on load, the data start loading in Power BI environment. 700 rows loaded. Okay, so yesterday I showed you guys, so this is a financial data which even Power BI is referring providing for the users. Okay, so this is the data even Power BI showing to do practice. Okay, so product, discount, so we already discussed what is row, what is column. Okay, if you want to see the count of this, you can do like this, so that you can see the count of this record 701. Okay, the record count is in that. The column is a product, just leave about column, so that 700 records yours. So if you see in Power BI, see the columns are loaded here. Okay, so that is the one way. So here see, once when I loaded that data through here the get data option, so this this picture gone, like before it was showing like options, get data from Excel, connect to the data SQL, something like that. No, it's gone, right? Now it's showing build visuals with your data. Okay, the Power BI mechanism, like it will give you always pop-ups, guys. Okay, so when I started Power BI newly, so it was showing connect to the database, right? After that, if you observe, it's showing now after data loading into Power BI, it's showing build visual with your data. Okay, like something, if I bring here on my canvas, see that option gone now, right? So here the Power BI always recommend you with the features, okay, like get data, like start visualization with your data, like this. Okay, and every month Power BI having new future updates, guys. Okay, every month they will release new updates in Power BI. So that is what advantage thing. For example, uh, this insert tab, it was there, okay, in the last versions, like in previous version this insert tab was not there. It was in like this, okay, in the data, okay, like this it was in this canvas. Okay, now they added as a here main tab. Now in Power BI, what we have to understand first, so from here home is there. In the home tab in Power BI, once you launch the Power BI, the home tab by default will come. So here in the home tab we have data. Under the data, get data option. Okay, here you can connect different types of data sources. Okay, so the data can be anything. It can be Excel, it can be SQL, it can be text files, it can be web, whatever it is. Okay, so here if my data is a Excel, for example Excel is this, so I know this is my Excel. So through this option I can connect the Excel workbook. Okay, you can see, for example, if I click on get data, I know, like I leave about this, it's not required now. I know like my data source is SQL. Just click on SQL, it will ask you server name, host name, something like that. Okay, see, server, database. Okay, so like that. So each database has its own credentials and its own functionalities, so you have to provide it. So for example, if I click on text or CSV, so it's asking, see, the format is seeing like WordPad, something like that. Okay, CSV in the sense comma separated file. So I'm just clicking on this. See, CSV file it is. Whatever type of format you can take, it will show you in the Excel format. Okay, see, this is a notepad, guys, actually. So front of you guys only I will create. Okay, just see, I'm giving name, salary, location. Now Imran 100, location is Bangalore. You give any name, Santosh 150, Pune. Okay, this is my data. Like the data sometimes comes like this also. Okay, this is a column, name, salary, location. For respective column, respective data is there. Okay, for the name Imran Santosh, for salary 100, 150, location Bangalore, Pune, like this the data. Okay, I'll save this. I'll save like no, just any of the name. Okay, so I'll give CSV data just for. Okay, now, so I know my data source is a CSV format, so instead of that I won't select because that is a notepad data, right? So and the data comma separated format, you can see commas are there. If I try to, okay, you are very new to the Power BI. Now I don't know which option I have to be select, so I'll just select the Excel workbook. Okay, so where it is, this one. Okay, see that notepad is not coming, but the notepad available here in Power BI 2 folder, but the notepad is not coming because I'm selecting Excel workbook data format here. Okay, I'm selecting my data sources like I'm trying to connect with the notepad here through Power BI. Okay, this data I want to bring in Power BI, so I'm trying to bring out into Power BI. So I'm selecting Excel workbook, but that Excel book not supporting here. Okay, see, it's supporting only Excel data. And again you can see I'm going again same get back data. Okay, if I try to connect through this text CSV, just select Power BI 2, see CSV data is coming. Any doubts guys here? All of you,
No, Imran.
you got it right? Hope you understand now. So what connection type you are selecting, according to that connection type the format data will show you. Okay, I know my data source is Excel, so through Excel workbook I can bring my data into Power BI. Okay, so but this notepad is my data source, it's coming with a comma separated values. If I'm trying to get from the Excel workbook, so it won't support because the data is in Excel format, sorry, in a CSV format, but I am trying to get it from the Excel format. No, it's wrong. So I know that my data source is CSV, so I'll go through this, I'll take into Power BI. So where it is in Power BI 2. So CSV data, just open, so it's coming to the picture. So you can see file, so it's saying that this is a file where it's existing. So delimiter, so you can see in the notepad I given the commas, right? Name comma, salary comma, location, the same. So it's automatically detecting like it's a comma file. Okay, CSV in the sense comma separated value. Okay, so data type detection based on first 200 rows, something like that. Okay, so I loaded the data here, the data coming here, just load. So 2 rows only, so here also 2 rows only I loaded, right? This is 1 row, this is 1 row. Okay, now you can see CSV data came into the picture. See, this is coming from Excel, this is coming from notepad. Okay, two data type sources are having here. This is coming from Excel, this is coming from CSV files. Okay, so whenever you connect the different types of tables individually, the tables are loads here. Okay, individually. So one more example I show you. Get data through web file. Okay, web file in the sense online data guys. Okay, like Facebook data and some sometimes users will provide you URL. Okay, HTTP URL, so that data also you can get from here. Okay, so from web also you can get here. So there is a one link in through web, I show you that. Okay, it's not available. Okay, so through from web in the sense the social media networks. Okay, it can be Facebook, it can be Twitter, it can be Instagram, it can be any of the chat windows, it can be any social network areas. Okay, so that and all webs. Okay, so that data also will bring into the Power BI environment, so from web also. Okay, so from the websites also we bring the data into Power BI. So that one thing. And if you click on more, so if you click on more, how many database Power BI supports, that list down database will show Power BI. Okay, so like what facilities it's providing, like it can be support structured database, non-structured database. Okay, web series data, website database, every database, mostly 99% Power BI will support. Okay, but in real-time scenarios, now in most cases you will connect with the SQL server or Azure or Excel or CSV. Max to max these databases you will use in your Azure, like in Power BI environment. But some clients will like this, like they will use the Oracle database. Okay, so some SharePoint, so this kind of databases they will use. So here SharePoint is nothing but it's that is also like a URL. Okay, so once if you're familiar with, see guys, SharePoint folder is there, right? I just talking about this. From here also the data you can pull. So if see by default all options selected, so whatever databases available under file, database, Power Platform, Azure, online services there, this all database comes under all option. Okay, so that, so if I go to the file, see under the file, so it will support Excel, Notepad data, XML data, JSON data, folder, PDF. So SharePoint. Okay, which commonly used that I'll show. Okay, which is not required that I won't. Okay, so here in the all only you can, if you know the content, so no need to go file, database, this and all. But why I'm saying what file option will show, what database option will show, so that I'm going. Okay, fine. So now Excel, so if your data format is in Excel, you have to select Excel workbook option from Power BI. Okay, so if your data is this type of like Notepad, WordPad, or a comma, okay, like that, so we'll go for the text CSV. Okay, XML. Okay, if your data in format of XML, guys, and one more thing, when the customer will provide the source connections or source data types or source type, like they will have more discussion regarding that. Okay, so don't worry, you just try to learn Power BI well. And the discussion, like when the project going to be start, they will, for data itself it will take one week time. Okay, what type of data it is, how we have to connect the data, so what format the data in, where it's located, how we have to bring it into Power BI. So this discussions, okay, it's not that easy to start reporting. Okay, there are so many scenarios and so many meetings, so many discussions goes. Okay, so after that they will fix, okay, this is the option we have to select. But yes, you should have knowledge on which format and when you have to select. Okay, your client said your data comes in XML, you have to select from the XML. And one more thing, guys, you connect with any database through any format, the end of the day the data comes like this in Power BI. Okay, it's a combination of rows and columns. You don't know, you know the JSON format data, how it is, it's like a coding. You don't you not even know how it looks. Okay, but when you start loading the data from the JSON, it will appear like this. Okay, it appear like this product, like I'm saying is a combination of rows and columns. Okay, so you don't bother about the connections and all that, everything comes into the picture. You should aware how your data is present. Okay, so if I click on JSON data type, just connect. Okay, so see, I don't have file name here. That JSON type data source I don't have here, so it's showing empty. Okay, in my system itself it's not there JSON data. So why, what is this? This is a Java related file, guys. Okay, it's a Java related files. So whatever it is, it can be Java related file, it can be PDF, it can be XML, whatever it is. The coding can be in any format. When it's loaded into the Power BI, it will come like a table. It will present for you like a table only. The backend, whatever it is, don't worry. Okay, when it's coming to the Power BI, it will convert as a table in Power BI environment. Okay, that is the main thing you have to be remembered. But yes, I'm not saying that blindly load the data and go and get it done. No, once you load the data, you should know what type of data it is, what columns it contains. Okay, like for example, so through get data, I try to explain you the types of data sources it will connect. Okay, so it can be Excel, it can be Notepad, it can be Oracle, it can be web, or whatever it is. Okay, so there is a one website for the web data, so let me check it out. File for OBA. So it's online. See guys, I'm just selecting this URL. Okay, it's a website URL. Web. I'm giving this. Okay. Besides this level of data you want. Okay, just try. Okay, just try. We'll see what output we'll get. Later I'll tell you how it's. Cool. See guys, see, I just loaded the data through URL. Okay, I just imagine the customer provided me this URL. Okay, this is my URL, the data available under this URL. I don't know. Okay, but I know this is a website. Okay, this is a website, European champion related website it is. Okay, so the customer said this is my URL, so where the data source, where you can pull the data. So through where I can connect, so through web portal, right? So just imagine, see, I just provided a URL, the data coming into the picture, right? So like this many tables are there. See, so you, once if you select the table, what table you want in Power BI, that table comes into the picture. You can see I'm selecting this excellent link edit, the table is coming. If I click on table 2, the table is coming. If I click on table 3, so what I'm trying to tell, this many tables are available, guys. Okay, this many tables are available in that URL. What tables you want, you just select that the table. Okay, you just select the table, it's coming to the picture. That tables only coming to the Power BI. Okay, again I'm explaining. See the URL, this is my URL, so I'm going to get data, select web, because the data available in web. Okay, so give the URL here. Okay, just say okay. Don't go for the advanced and all. Okay, if you understand the concept, how, the basic level, see, I am through web, I am connecting to the database, like through web I am collecting the data into Power BI. After that you go for the advanced and all. Okay, if you are familiar with the basics, then you go for the advanced. Without knowing basics, don't go for the advanced. Okay, is clear cut? So I am giving the URL here, the web URL path here. Just click on OK. See, this many data tables are there in that URL. So my requirement is I want few tables from the URL. Okay, and thing guys, they will provide you URL or a database or any so many data sources they will provide you, but what tables you want, that tables only you have to collect. Okay, for example, you have one database, in the database you have so many tables, like this you have so many tables. So just imagine you connected SQL data source, you have so many tables, but the client said you have to take only summary table and result table. Rest of tables you don't want for your development. Okay, so I won't consider all this, but it's showing the list of tables in that SQL server, but which table you want, that table you have to choose. Okay, so as per my needs, I want only summary this summary table. Okay, and result table only I want, rest of tables I don't want. So I'm selecting here what tables I want, that tables only I'm selecting, rest of tables I'm just skip. Okay, just load. See, two tables are loading here. So one is a result table, one is a summary table. So it will show how many records has been loaded. So the data is loading, so we'll see how many records are there in each table. Okay, see guys, so this table set result edit and summary edit. Okay, so what is my source is a URL, let's say web is my source. From there I am getting data in table format. See, summary, see, like this I am getting data. Okay, now I loaded the data, I want to see in this table what columns are there and what type of data it is. Okay, but here I am not able to see, right? Here it's just showing this is a table loaded into Power BI, this is the columns for this table, that's it. If you want to see the data, so where we are currently in report view. Okay, there is a data view, you have to click here, go to that. Okay, now you can see for the result table this all the columns available. Okay, so see, for the result table this all column there, this columns only this. Okay, year, host, column, final one, final two, final three, third place, like this. Okay, and I want to see this table data, see, like this. Okay, and guys, this is very important in which tab you are in. Okay, so if you want to do any development activities like a visualization kind of, you should go to the this option, report view. If you want to do any transformations or data type changes, okay, or anything you want to be add to the tables, you have to go to the data view. Okay, to build the relationship between the tables, we have to go model view. Okay, so I have loaded some tables here, 4 tables I have loaded, like the this 4 table, you can see these 4 tables. See, these 4 tables are loaded here. It is in model view. So I want to build the relationship between these tables here, okay, in model view. So why we have to build a relationship? Okay, so each table, like it has its own information. Like for an example, so I already discussed, there is a organization, there is a teams. Okay, the teams are like a HR team, finance team, transport team, like a management team, IT team. Okay, like this. So individual teams are there, but that the information also passing like individual, like some information is belongs to some team. Okay, that managers, like organization wants to see the mixed information in one single shot. Okay, like how many employees are working department wise, how many employees are working like in different locations, like this. Okay, so and one more example I can say. So if you take an banks, okay, banks are working in different locations. Okay, you just imagine this tables coming from the Bangalore location bank, this this table coming from the Chennai location, this coming from the Mumbai, this is coming from the Pune. Okay, so here the tables are individual. Until unless I won't build the relationship between these 4 tables, I can't see this information together, right? Correct. If I want to see the information together, I have to build a relationship between these tables, then only I can see the table information together. Okay, so that's the main thing. So the relationships will discuss, okay, in coming sessions. Okay, now I am again going back to the report view. So now you hope you guys understand the data. Okay, so I'm in home tab. Any doubts?
No, I'm not.
Okay, so if you have any doubts here, please ask me so that I'll try to clear. Okay, now so we was discussing about data. Okay, so it supports the databases. Now recent sources are there, the option you can see. So get data, will get from the different data sources connectivity, it's showing in a picture. That is one thing. Enter data option is here. Okay, manually we can enter the data. Okay, so here when I click on that option, it's showing what column it is. I can give like just employee else month. I'm giving Jan, Feb, March. Okay, if you want to add one more column here, you can click on plus symbol, just give here sales. For the Jan sales I'll give 100, for the Feb 200, for March 150. Okay, this is my data. Okay, and I'm creating the table within the Power BI. Okay, it's not external table, it's not coming from the outside. Within the Power BI I'm creating the table. In which scenario you have to create? Okay, for example, I have a scenario like for the Jan I want to present the data like a 1, for the Feb I want to give 2, for March I want to give 3. Okay, in that scenarios, like a which is like manual entry, like you can enter max to max 20 or 30 records, you can write manually, right? But more than that, no. There is some scenarios like you want to give for January month, first month, like here the month is there, right? January, it's representing as a first month. Okay, just I'll give here representation. First month I will give. This is the first name. First month. Second month. Like this, okay? Third. Like this. I just want to do like this, okay? Now I want to give the table name, right? Without table name, how? So it's asking what is the table name of this combination of columns and rows. Okay, I'll give month data. Okay, I'm just giving month data. Just load. See the table loaded here, month data. You can see month and trip. Okay, so where, like, how the Power BI works, like you have to go each option, guys. You have to go each option, how it works and all. But the things which is really important, that only I'm discussing here, which is not no need. Okay, but yes, in the future you may get chance to work with each option. So it's like, you should have like basic knowledge how Power BI works, and what we have to do with visualization, what is a data analysis, is kind of okay. And the interview question here is, what is the building blocks in Power BI? It's a very very important question. Like, what is the building blocks in Power BI? Okay, so here five types of building blocks. One is a visualization, so you can see here. So building blocks in the sense, what is the main components in Power BI contains. Okay, building blocks, what is a major, like what really required Power BI to work. Okay, what really required. So for the visualization tools, what and all important? Visualization is important, database is important, and building the reports are important. Okay, and that dashboard is also important, like, so that is nothing but a building block. So dashboard, okay, the report is one building block, data set is one building block. Okay, the visualization is there, right? That is one building block. Okay, this all related to building blocks, remember. Okay, the building, what is the building blocks in Power BI, they will ask. Okay, so visualization, data set, dashboard, reports are building blocks for the Power BI. Okay, so we are going to work with these things only, right? If there is a data, I'll go with the data. So that is nothing but a data set. I will load the data into Power BI. That is one building block. Okay, once the data loaded, I'll start the visualization. Okay, that is one these visualizations are one building block. So I am presenting reports here, right? I am presenting reports, that is one building block. Then the dashboard also I am presenting, that is one building block. Okay, so this four is a building block, the main blocks of Power BI. Now the architecture of Power BI. Okay, so the architecture, so here this is one database. Okay, this database is SQL, I can say. Structure, query language, yes. Okay, this is Excel. This is SQL, this is Excel. Just so I can see this is one website data. Okay, website. What type of website it is? So we taken this, right? So this kind of website it is. So URL type data. Okay. So each source contains the individual information. So how? So now this data coming into Power BI together. Okay, I'm connecting this data to Power BI. So this is a Power BI tool, the desktop. I'm loading into Power BI. Okay, I'll do the some development here. I do some development like this. So they'll ask what is the architecture of Power BI. So I'm explaining here. Okay, so what will happen here? So just an example. Before this, I want to discuss this. So this SQL data, Excel data, web data. Okay, so three types of databases. In real time you will get different level of databases, guys. Okay, so it can be Excel, it can be Word, it can be SQL Server, it can be web, whatever it is. Okay, we'll bring the data here. Okay, you do like just an example. So here ETL, extraction, transformations, loading. Okay, the Power BI also performs same thing. So what is extraction? So see, I am extracting data, correct, through Excel or this SQL Server, whatever it. Extracting data is nothing but taking the data into Power BI. Okay, so it can be Excel, it can be SQL Server, it can be web. So here, okay, this is a sources, guys. This is a sources, source data. Okay, this is a source data. So their data SQL, Excel, web. Okay, now once the data loaded into Power BI, just imagine the data loaded into Power BI. Yes, the data will loaded into Power BI. Next we do transformations. Transformation in the sense, you can see here column 1, column 2, column 3 is coming. Okay, I just loaded the data. Now I want to do cleansing the data. Like here team is column name, winners is column name, runners is column name, but instead of that column 1, column 2 is coming. I want to clean the data. Okay, so I want to do clean the data. Now what I do, so go to transform data. You can see here what is there in queries. Okay, so far we are discussing data tab. Now under the queries, transform data is there, right? Click on transform data. See, transform data. Transform in the sense in which format you want the data. Okay, in which what cleaning you want to do, that you can do here. Okay, just click on transform data. Click on transform. So when I click on the transform data, the screen opened like this. Okay, now I want to change the data, right? Result edits, somebody, yeah, see. So I know this is a column, this is a team is a column name, header, the winner is a header, the runner is a header, but by mistake column 1, column 2 is coming. So I want to do some activities like I want to make team as a header, winner as a header, runner as a header. Now go to the transform tab here. Okay, so there is a option called make first row as a, where it is, just find out. I'll try to. first row as a okay. See, so in a home tab, where in transform data option, in home tab you can see here use first row as a header. Okay, use first row as a header, just click on this. See, now the team came in as a column, winner came as a column, runner came as a column. Now whatever steps you are doing, like whatever changes you are doing, it will be recorded here. See guys, okay, whatever we do changes, that will be recorded here. If I just click on this into mark, see, it's gone. The promoted header will go. See, it came back to the same, like column 1, column 2, column 3. I don't want like this. Okay, I want this team as a header. Now go to the home, go to home tab, select here, use first row as a header. See, promoted header, change it type 1. Okay, now just save. So it will ask, there are pending changes in your queries that haven't been applied, do you want to apply them? Yes. Okay, 13 rows. You can see before it was coming like column 1, column 2. I didn't save the file guys. Okay, so I am giving the file is test2, and you know here the PBA, like whatever files the application you will develop, it will save in a .pbix format guys. Okay, Power BI format, Power BI. Okay, PBIX. Okay, Power BI tool we are using, right? So .pbx file it will save. Just save. Okay, close. Okay, so I did some transformations, right? Like column disturbance are there, so I have done some changes, right? So now I extracted data, did transformations. So I did some transformations, right? So transformation in the sense cleaning data. So cleaning data in required format, then I will load into Power BI. Okay, so extracting data, extraction, so the data taking into Power BI, I am doing some transformation, I am presenting this as a report. From here I'll publish to the end users, so it can be like this. So it can be mobile, it can be laptop. Okay, this can be laptop, this can be desktop. Okay, so you can see here, once your data is like, so far what I have done, I connected to the SQL, I taken the data into Power BI. Okay, so I connected to the Excel, it came into the Power BI. So same like this. Okay, I connected Excel data, this Excel data came into the Power BI. I connected to Excel, the Excel data coming to the Power BI. I connected to the web file, that data came into the Power BI. I did some cleansing activities. Okay, extraction, transformations. Okay, transformation is then that columns I changed, right? The columns I changed, some activities I have done, that is nothing but the transformations. Okay, then I'll build a dashboard here. Okay, the data is ready, then I build a dashboard. Once my dashboard is ready, just imagine, once my dashboard is ready, I'll publish to my end user. So here you can publish to the your end user. Just click on publish. It will ask you email address, so I don't have, like, I'll give. So generally you have to give official mail IDs. So it's not official mail ID. The Gmail is a social media mail ID, right? So it won't. So once if you publish the report, okay, the end user see that report. Okay, that is, it can be mobile, it can be tablet, it can be desktop. Okay, so based on the format you can present your data. Okay, so this is all about the flow, like architecture of Power BI. Okay, how Power BI works. Okay, is it clear, guys? Any doubts? Okay, fine. So if no doubts, you end up the class. Find them.